Today we're on MSC Cruises' newest edition, the Magnifica. This huge cruise ship was launched just over 3 months ago. It can carry 2,000 guests. It has a tonnage of over 95,000 and is 300 metres long. It's 5 p.m. and we're just leaving Venice now for a week-long cruise. As we cruise down the Canal della Gaiadeca, we are able to admire the famous Piazza San Marco on the port side and the church of San Giorgio Maggiore on the starboard side. From September 2019, large cruise ships are to be banned from entering Venice's historic centre and rerouted away from certain waterways. This will be a small measure to prevent underwater erosion and pollution in the lagoon city. Bari is a port city on the Adriatic Sea and is the capital of southern Italy's Puglia region. Its maze-like old town occupies a headland between two harbours, surrounded by a labyrinth of narrow streets. This 11th century Basilica di San Nicola is a key pilgrimage site both for Roman Catholics and Orthodox Christians from Eastern Europe. It houses the bones of St. Nicholas.
Oh, hello there. Nice meeting you here.
Se canti la tua voce è un'armonia di pace che si diffonde, dice se vuoi vivere felice devi vivere quassù. Quando è la festa dal paesello, con la sua cesta se ne va, rotterellando l'asinello, la porta verso la città. Campagnola bella, sei la reginella, negli occhi tuoi c'è sole, c'è il colore delle...
This Norman castle in Bari was built around 1131 by King Roger II. Following its destruction in 1156, it was restored by Frederick II in 1230. Who transformed it into one of the region's most interesting fortresses. It's a fascinating example of medieval construction. It also retains elements that were added in successive extensions. It now serves as the headquarters of the regional directorate. Katakolon is the gateway to Olympia, where the ancient Greeks used to flock every 4 years for more than 1,000 years to celebrate the sacred games dedicated to Zeus. The famous ruins of the sanctuary, with its athletic square stadiums and temples, is a treasure house of ancient, classical and Roman sculptures.
Go! This is the amazing stadium. The starting line is just down there where everybody's milling around. And no seats, everybody just sat in the grass. And apparently you could fit 45,000 in here. It's there 600 metres down there. The finish line is down there.
Born out of a passion for winemaking, handed down over 4 generations, the Magna Graecia winery was created in 2008. Back on board now, and we can relax and enjoy a sundowner as we leave Katakolon and head for Izmir in Turkey. The archaeological site of Ephesus, which was founded by the Ionians in around 1000 BC, is located near the western shores of modern-day Turkey, about 80 kilometres south of Izmir. The city was once considered the most important Greek city and the most important trading centre in the Mediterranean region. Throughout history, Ephesus survived multiple attacks and changed hands many times between conquerors. It was also a hotbed of early Christian evangelism and remains an important archaeological site and Christian pilgrimage destination. Celsus Library was built in 117 AD. It was a monumental tomb for Julius Celsus, the governor of the province of Asia. The grave of Celsus was under the ground floor, across the entrance, with the statue of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, over it. The Great Theatre, which can hold up 25,000 spectators and still enjoys excellent acoustics. And one major concert takes place here annually. We're departing Izmir now, and our next stop is Istanbul. As we sail down the Bosphorus Strait into Istanbul, on the starboard side we have a wonderful view of the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. Istanbul is a fascinating city straddling across two continents, which proudly keeps the heritage of its past alive. The Blue Mosque, also called Sultan Ahmed Mosque, was built between 1609 and 1616 during the rule of Ahmed I. The interior of the mosque is decorated with 20,000 blue tiles. The oldest of these tiles features flowers, trees and abstract patterns that make them fine example of 16th century Iznik design. Sultan Ahmed I initiated the construction of the mosque when he was only 19 years old. In fact, he was so eager to finish building it that he often assisted to speed up the process. Unfortunately, he died 1 year after it was completed at the age of 27. One of the largest and oldest covered bazaars in the world, the Grand Bazaar is over 30,000 square metres with over 60 streets and alleys and 4,000 shops. The original historic core of the bazaar was completed by Mehmed the Conqueror in 1461. The Hagia Sophia is almost 1,500 years old, and it has survived hundreds of earthquakes throughout history. Its age, size, architecture and mystical atmosphere make it a truly unique place in the world. The church was named for an attribute of Christ rather than being dedicated to a saint. Translated to English, Hagia Sophia means holy wisdom. This Orthodox Christian cathedral was converted to a mosque after the Ottoman conquest 9 centuries later. Having been used as a church for 916 years and a mosque for 481 years, in 1934, by order of Mustafa Ataturk and a decision of the Council of Ministers, the Hagia Sophia was converted to a museum and since then has been open to visitors. This Ottoman imperial palace is the subject of more colourful stories than most of the world's museums put together. Libidinous sultans, ambitious courtiers, beautiful concubines and scheming eunuchs lived and worked here between the 15th and 19th centuries, where it was the court of the Ottoman Empire.
Da bambino io sognai di eroi e marinai, nella mente avevo già la mia idea di libertà. La bambina che era in me, ora è donna insieme a te, stretta tra le braccia tue.
Just going along the coast of Croatia now for a final stop in Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is one of the world's most magnificent walled cities, overlooking the calm blue Adriatic. From 1358 until 1808, it was the capital of the mighty seafaring Republic of Ragusa. It is now Croatia's most upmarket destination. Historically, this diminutive republic was sophisticated, refined and cultured. Today, the pedestrian-only Old Town, packed with aristocratic palazzi and elegant Baroque churches, contained within sturdy medieval fortifications. It draws hundreds of thousands of visitors annually. The main pedestrian thoroughfare through the Old Town is the limestone paved stratum, which was originally a sea channel. It was filled in during the 12th century.
Solo sogno l'orizzonte, manca le parole. Se non ci sei tu con me, su le finestre, mostrai tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso. Chiudi dentro me la luce che hai incontrato per strada.
I did got the screen already, so up Ghana.
Cheers to Ghana.
Adesso si li vivrò con te.
se ne scende, ma bene quasi una malinconia, sotto benessere a restare. Quando fa notte io sole